Guys, it's great to be back and doing another one of our shipping videos. I've been gone for a few weeks. We had our factory shut down, so all the production staff were closed down for 2 weeks. Much needed rest and break. So it's something we do every year. We close down for 2 weeks, let all our production staff go off and get back on track again. So we're back in. We've been back in for a week. So these guitars are probably finished, maybe just like even before the holidays, or just come through early this week. But we have a great lineup for you this week. Now, the one thing that I want to do as well is I want to give a really big shout out to Davey K. So if you've been following the Emerald team over the last few years, you'll have seen Davey doing shipping videos. You'll have seen him in so much of our content. Now, hopefully you're going to continue to see Davey as part of the Emerald team. But Davey is no longer going to be involved in the sales team. Davey's moving back into full-time music again. He pretty much was full-time music as well as doing full-time in sales. But Davey's going back to pursue his musical career. But we want to thank him for the 4 years that he's been working with us here. He was a very important part of the team, and I know all you guys that have watched all this content online or have dealt with him in the sales process. A number of people that are on this rack here will have dealt with Davey. I'm sure you'll know that he has been given great service and a very valued member of the team. So yeah, Davey, don't be a stranger though. We're going to get you back for other content. But anyway, what we are doing here is we're talking about guitars. We're talking about the guitars that we've built over the previous week, or maybe the previous couple of weeks in this case. And we're going to have a look at where they're going to around the world. Maybe tell you a little bit about some of the people that they're going to, and have a look at these amazing guitars. So some really interesting things this week. There's some guitars here that are going out. There's actually 5 guitars that are going out to people that were on the Emerald Music Tour in September, and we have another one coming up, the Emerald Music Tour in May, and we have another one coming up in September. So we'll talk about that when we get here. We have 2 harp guitars this week, both of them super trebles. So we'll talk a little bit about super treble harp guitars when we get to them. Some really nice colors, beautiful veneers as always, really nice inlays. So it's a great place to see a variety of what we do here at Emerald. So yeah, I'll jump in and we'll start to talk down through these guitars. So we're starting off with the X10 Slimline. So we're going to talk about an X10 Slimline, and then we're going to talk about 2 Virtuos. And both of them are the same body style, but 2 very different pickup configurations. So basically what the X10 Slimline is all about, it's an acoustic guitar first and foremost, but we've given it a really nice slim contoured body, and one of the most beautiful ergonomic bodies that I think is out there on the market. Anybody that's played this will attest to just how comfortable it is. It feels very much like an electric guitar, but still has a really big, strong acoustic voice, thanks to the way we build this with our carbon construction. It's got a very nice slim neck, 43.5 millimeter neck here, slim C profile, and the pickup system that we've got on this one, it's got the Graphtec piezos, it's got the Crevo humbucker here, and then you've got independent volume controls on board. So kind of, you've got all the accessibility to your volume controls and everything on board like you would have on an electric guitar, but it's very much an acoustic instrument. This beautiful vibrant red color here, it's got the gold hardware, so the red and gold really pops together, and then the gold dots, gold rings, I should say, as the inlays on the fretboard. So that's a beauty to start with. Now, that one, as I say, is very much an acoustic guitar. The pickup system that's been put in there is very much designed to amplify that acoustic sound. The Crevo humbucker very much complements that, the Ghost, the Graphtec piezo pickups. But this is very much got the acoustic and electric thing going on. So it's sits much more into the electric guitar world. Instead of the Crevo, we've given it the Fishman Fluence humbuckers. So rather than complementing the Graphtecs, this is more to contrast with the Graphtec piezo pickups. So you've got that very much full-on electric sound, as well as all the piezo acoustic sounds that you can get out of this guitar. And then you've also got MIDI connectivity as well. So so very, very versatile guitar. Same body style. We do actually build it slightly different to accommodate the structure and everything that we put into this this guitar. So it does reduce some of the acoustic output, especially because we've got electric guitar strings on this one as well. But it's really is about being plugged in. Amazing amplified sound. Wonderful red carbon here, that nice dark red, and the black hardware, and then the silver dots on the fretboard. So now this is going out to Christopher in Iowa, and this one, did I actually mention that one was going to Mark in Massachusetts? I can't remember. Sometimes I forget to mention the name and just go straight to the guitar, but that one's going to Mark. This is going to Christopher in Iowa. So this one reminds me a little bit of a guitar that we built for Justin Johnson back just when we launched the Virtuo, with that wonderful red Royal Ebony. So it's Royal Ebony with transparent red over the top, red carbon back and sides, and the black hardware. And the one thing that stood out in the video that Justin Johnson had done was he said this guitar is versatile, versatile, versatile. So it was a very versatile guitar, and but he's getting amazing blues tones out of it, and you know he's used it on his recent album just for the beautiful sounds that it can get. And maybe we'll just put in a little clip of Justin playing the Virtuo. So yeah, an absolutely beautiful example of the Virtuo, that wonderful red Royal Ebony. We've got the subtle gold lines on the fretboard for the fretboard inlay, as well as the white dots on the side, and that red carbon back and sides. So you'll have fun with that, Christopher. Now, Guy in Grimsby in England. So this is our X20. So we're going from that slim body right up into our full body guitar. Now, the X20 is around about the size of a standard dreadnought, you know, something like a Martin D28 or whatever. So this is it's a full-size body, but a very contoured and comfortable body. Whenever you sit down and you play this, you'll think it's a much smaller guitar than it actually is. But that's thanks to the asymmetrical side, the little rib bevel we have here. We've got that extended neck access here, which really helps if you want to play high up in the neck. You've got the arm bevel. So all those contours that just make a guitar feel different. And I'll warn you, if you buy an Emerald, you'll find it very hard to go back and play your other guitars, because I guarantee you, and I really do guarantee this, you're going to find this a much more comfortable guitar than your standard dreadnought guitar that you might be used to playing. And whenever you get used to those ergonomics, then a regular guitar just feels that little bit more cumbersome, a little bit more less comfortable. It cuts into your arm a little bit more. I guarantee you're going to notice there's just something very different whenever you have the experience of playing an Emerald, and something we're very, very proud of. But let's talk about the looks of this guitar. This one has an absolutely stunning piece of koa. I love this lines coming across. You know, there was some kind of a deformation in the wood that gives this twist in the grain, and it's like one big quilt. You see it run on book match on both sides. It's a very, very unique detail. I've not really seen that coming through before. I've seen it on various guitars, but maybe not as pronounced as what this is. You know, it just looks like there's a hill running right across the top of that guitar. Very, very eye-catching, but beautiful coloration as well. Koa has this wonderful iridescent colors, just really vibrant, moves with the light, and you've got the wonderful dark woods going to the light wood. Absolutely beautiful piece of koa. The inlays here, we've got the white Celtic vines with silver on the infinity knot on the 12th fret. We've got gold hardware, gold tuners there, and beautiful vibrant red back and sides. So that beautiful red and gold goes so well together, and then that wonderful top. So beautiful colors here. We've got the Graphtec piezos and the adjustable bridge, and that's a beauty. Now, sticking with Royal Ebony, we've got 3 Royal Ebonies today. So check this out. This is absolutely amazing. So Royal Ebony top, and very interesting pattern. I love the detail within the black wood here. It's got this beautiful modeling, and you know, it's like something you might see on a cat or something. It's really, really striking. A lot of detail here, big pattern, but within the big pattern there's a lot of really nice small pattern, which I really, really like. Very nice placement of the wood. The veneer just holds very nicely with the bridge, and then I love the combination of the inlays. So the inlays on the gold and black just matches the gold and black on that top. So very, very good choice there. Back and sides is amber, the dark amber carbon, and then it's got the Hyvibe pickup system. So love that guitar. So talking about the Hyvibe pickup system, Dan did a couple of videos talking about the Hyvibe. We've been using it for a long time, and they've brought out a new updated version with some new interface, and Dan made some videos over the last few weeks that we put online, just giving you a little bit of a help guide on how to use it, how to get your best out of it, and what it's all about. So if you want to see that, see more, you'll find the details of that in the description there. Okay, so next up is going to Robert in Slovenia. This is, I should have checked, I think this is Macassar ebony by the looks of things, but I should have checked that. It could be Macassar or, yeah, very, very close, I'm pretty sure. So black carbon back and sides. Let's say Macassar ebony back top, and if I'm wrong, Andreas will put a caption over the top. We'll double check that afterwards. Hyvibe pickup system again, and we've got the silver offset lines. So you can see just how all the different color choices, you know, just bring in different things. You know, you've got the brighter woods, that big pattern, you've got this darker, more kind of subtle colors going on here, and then we're going to go on to a bright color then next. So that's a great thing on the 3D builder. You know, you get to build a guitar exactly to your specifications. And I love building guitars that are so colorful and varied. You know, whenever we started off, we made guitars out of black carbon fiber, and it just seems like you can do so much more than just go with black carbon. So, Sean in Colorado. So this is the first of 5 guitars that we're going to talk about that are going out to people that came on the Emerald Guitars music tour. That happened back in the middle of May. And we had an amazing week. We took I think 47 people on a trip all around Donegal. All the locations that we went to, we brought them to life with music. So the county became a stage. You know, all those amazing locations like the castles and the lighthouse and the ring fort, they became our stage for performances, little intimate performances just for the people on the tour. And it was a very, very special time. But during that time as well, I sat down with various guests on the tour. We talked about design ideas, and people placed orders during that week. So it was a really great time for people to come, if they're on that journey, to think about an emerald, to visit the factory here, to get immersed with other people that own emeralds already, and then decide what they want for themselves. So some of these guitars came out of that. Some of them were even ordered before that. But Sean, we had a great time with Sean on the tour, and this is the guitar that he ordered. Absolutely stunning. Love the details here. So we've got an amazing piece of figured maple, and I'm not sure whether Sean picked this out in person while he was here at the factory, but a wonderful piece of maple. It's got wonderful quilting going on here. You've got some burl happening in it. So much detail. And then he's put transparent teal over the top. So that color just, it really pops. It's got a lot of movement. You can see how holographic it is with that the quilted maple top. Right, the inlays, I think is a great combination as well. So you got the teal dots and then the black vines, and the black vines just really ties well with the darker parts of that wood, and then the teal just brings it in and unifies everything together. So you're just bringing that teal color right up the neck. So that works really well. Teal back and sides over the dark carbon, which is absolutely beautiful. So great color choices right there. Now the pickup system is quite interesting in this one. So we've got the Graphtec piezos, but we've got 3 knobs at the side that you might normally see on an X10. But what they are controlling, one is for the Graphtec piezos. The other would normally on an X10 be for the Crevo humbucker. But in this case, it's controlling K&K Pure Minis inside. So you've got that combination of going between them. And then we've also got the MIDI. So the third volume is the 13-pin output. So yeah, very, very interesting pickup choice on that. Something a little bit different, but a beautiful guitar, and going to make some great music on that. So nice one, Sean. Now here's a great one. This one is going out to Thomas, and it's essentially, maybe it's going out to both Tom and Tam. The two of them came together on the music tour and had an absolutely amazing time. We really enjoyed having them with us, and that was actually their second time visiting us here. They came before. So Tom's got a few guitars by us, and actually I just heard you got another one just in the past week. Heard on the grapevine, Tom. So but this one is one that we talked about a little bit, and you had asked about a super treble, but you were interested in it on an X7. Now I haven't done an X7 super treble in a long time. We started just stopped doing the super trebles on an X7 and focused that just towards the Synergy X20s for any super treble guitars. But I agreed that we would do it for you. So it took a little bit longer than we had hoped to be able to complete this, but it is complete now, and it's an absolutely beautiful guitar. So some similar thoughts going on color combinations, because we've got this beautiful royal ebony, and then we've got the gold and black inlays like we had on here. So I think that works so well together. Just wonderful coloring. The inlays, the infinity knots, and they just work so well with that color. So we've got Tom and Tam here on the 12th fret, which I think is a really nice touch. And what we have happening here is we've got a regular X7 guitar neck happening. We've got 6 extra sub bass strings, and we've got 6 extra super treble strings. Now you'll see on the Synergy X20 we've got 8 super trebles, but on the smaller body we do just 6. But beautiful sound out of these. So that's your super trebles. That's your subs. And that's the neck. So, so Tom, you're going to have your hands full learning harp guitar, but it's going to be a fun challenge for you, I'm sure. Absolutely beautiful guitar. So that wonderful colors on the front, and then a black carbon back and side, keeping that neutral, all the focus towards the top. And yeah, so check out the way we sculpt this. So we start off with a standard Synergy X7. We have to modify and actually cut a section out here, make the area for the extra super treble tuners, and sculpt that all together in carbon. So, so a little bit of after work involved in modifying to super treble, but something we enjoy doing. So the last, well, not the last one, but the third on that are going to tour member is going to David from Guernsey, and David's gone for a beautiful big X30. So he fell in love with the sound of the X30 while he was on the tour, that big jumbo sound, and wonderful colors here. So we've got the vibrant weave with this beautiful amber burst. We've got a red carbon back and sides. So it's the dark on the back and sides and the vibrant on top. So we haven't done that combination so much. I've done it a couple of times. I think you can't actually choose it on the builder, but if you're interested in getting that combination, get in touch with us. We can do that, and I think it looks really well. So half vibrant, half dark carbon, and we've got the white Celtic knots running up the fretboard. Got the traditional bridge with the LR Baggs element pickup system, and yeah, that's beautiful. That sort of an amber to red burst, which I absolutely love. Now, sticking with the tour guests, these two are going out to Maurice, and so the first is an X30 12 string. We've got quilted maple veneer with, I guess this was a custom color that the guys did. I haven't actually checked to see what they wanted to call it, but I think it's a dyed black with like an amber burst. So it's got that kind of tobacco burst, very unique colorations in the top, and then an amber back and sides. So a beautiful big jumbo 12 string. And that's going to be adding to his collection. I think he's got quite a few emeralds coming to him now at this stage, and then also the Amicus, another guitar that I think during the tour was a real big hit. You know, a lot of people maybe hadn't experienced the Amicus before, and then getting to hear it and experience it being played in person. I think it was a guitar that everybody loved. That and the X30, I think, was the two big surprises for a lot of tour guests. So a beautiful Amicus and black carbon and black hardware. So yeah, you're going to enjoy those. Now, what I will say, if you're interested in being part of the Emerald Tour, we do still have some spaces left for September. So we kind of planned that tour a little bit later. So there's still a couple of spaces left. If you're interested, give us a call. Get in touch with us and we can arrange that for you if you want to be part of it. So I'm sure there's still flights to Ireland if you want to come in, and we still have space, and I can guarantee you it's going to be a trip of a lifetime. So maybe you still want to jump in on that. Now, Paul in Colorado, Another beautiful big X30. So this again is the Koa veneer, and this very nice Koa has the same kind of coloration as the other one. Doesn't have that big mark that's going through it, but has a lot of little flame going through it. You know, so every piece is unique. It's got its unique character, but this one has a flame that that really moves and catches the light beautifully. Yeah, a lot of shimmer and movement there. I don't know if it always comes up well on the camera. It's hard for the camera, I think, to focus through the gloss and really see it properly. But yeah, I'll move slowly just so it gives it time to really catch it properly. So very nice veneer on the top. Love this this darker section running down the center. Gives it a really nice impact. We've got the silver dots on the fretboard, black hardware, and a black carbon back and sides. Again with the Hyvibe. Hyvibe works well right across a lot of our models. I'm actually talking to somebody just this week about doing one in a harp guitar, which is possible. So Hyvibe really is it's a great system. Offers so much just in terms of I think versatility and fun and all the different sounds that you get out of it. But it's a great sort of inspiration tool. You know, adding out those extra sounds in. I think you can use it in a very inspiring way for yourself. Now, the last one is going out to Stephen in Florida, and Steve's a good friend and has some really nice emeralds. So he's adding a couple more to his collection, and yeah, I'm happy for these to be finally done. Now, there's this one, then there's another really cool double neck that we're also doing as well. That's coming on. That'll be in a future video, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time. It's pretty close, but we've got to get that pushed through. So another super treble. This one is based on the X20, so it's the Synergy X20. You've got the 6 sub basses and 8 super trebles. So beautiful sound out of those. Wonderful big bass. So we've gone with quilted maple on the top with an amber burst, and both guitars actually match. We've got similar quilted maple that we used on both of them. So so very nice. The way we've got this quilting, it's got a nice pattern that almost runs at an angle. This really nice kind of diverging lines going on in that quilted maple. We've got the gold vine on the fretboard with silver on the 12th fret, and then the vibrant amber back and sides. So so absolutely beautiful guitar. Not the first guitar that I've made for Steve. He's got a really nice collection of emeralds, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. So that's it this week. We've been having a great summer here. You know, you'll have noticed I've been out and about a little bit. I was on 2-week break. You might notice I got a little bit of a suntan. Definitely didn't get that in Ireland, because we've had one of the worst summers of weather that we've ever had. But thankfully our guitars are waterproof, so people have been taking them out and about in Ireland. But a lot of you guys have been showing us videos and making us very jealous of all the pictures you've been sending in of your guitars in beautiful sunny climates around the world. So, so I'm going to leave you with some Emerald customers that have been enjoying their guitars in some interesting places this summer. And wherever you are around the world, you know, send us, and we love to see what you've been doing with our guitars. And we know our guitars allow you to get out into places that you may not normally take your cherished wooden instrument into. Just because of the temperature and the humidity strength that carbon fiber offers you. So, so wherever you're at, hopefully you're having a great summer, playing lots of music, share pics, and enjoy these pictures as we say goodbye. See you next week.